Today on A.Patrice in real life.
People have been getting the shits. It's kind of like standing on land and knowing that a tsunami's coming, but there's nothing you can do about it. Your girl does not want to go down with the shits.
After being terrified in the dark for 7 hours, I woke up in the morning and did what anybody else would do in that state.
Hi mama, I just wanted to say I love you and show you where I'm staying. So yeah, this is what it looks like. Hope you can see it properly. I just flipped my phone around, so that's just a little bit of it. This is my hut. That's where I'm sleeping. It's all by myself. Ebony's hut is right there, right beside me in the woods. I have a little creek that actually runs underneath my hut, so at nighttime I can just hear nothing but animals and water. That's the creek that runs underneath my hut. I'll show you what it looks like inside. That's my bed right over there. And this net keeps the mosquitoes away from me. And then this is kind of like just what the room looks like. I've put all of the shades down. There's my bathroom. Here's the toilet. Here's the sink. And then there is the shower. Now, the water that comes from the shower is actually from some of these really big trees. They go really deep and they bring the water up. So it's mineral water from the ground. It's cold, but it's very refreshing in the mornings. And yeah, just thought I'd show you where I'm at and how I'm doing. I'm doing great. We're in Peru. I'm in South America. I have, what is it, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So Thursday we'll be going back to Mexico.
I was already counting down how many more nights of terror I had left.
So I've got about 5 more sleeps. Last night was a little scary, but I was okay. I think it's just because it's like pitch black in here at nighttime. So it's my first time in the jungle sleeping, right? And we're all in our own separate huts. And my door doesn't really shut all the way. So I started kind of tripping myself out thinking about things I could get in. But then I was like, oh, there's lots of little holes in here. So it's least my worries. But they don't bother you. None of the bugs bother you other than mosquitoes.
I would later come to realize that this statement was in fact a lie.
And I did have a little friend. He's like a little cockroach or something. I called him Frank. He came in and he was on my roof last night. So he just watched over me while I was sleeping. Then he was up there this morning and now he's flopped down and he crawled somewhere else. So me and Frank are friends. Alright, just wanted to keep you up to date. I love you, Mama.
She never did receive that video. Not enough reception. This is Acacia, one of the awesome facilitators at Qatari Center. And this is Chelsea, one of the bridesmaids. And we do have another friend here with us, but she prefers to stay incognito, so we're going to call her Princess. And this is Rochelle. She's another bridesmaid and also really good friends with Acacia, and one of the reasons why we all ended up on this unforgettable girls trip. I actually think I'm the first person in my family to have ever done anything like this before.
So today has been more of a chill out day after our first ayahuasca ceremony. We're gonna be having another one tomorrow night, but today we're gonna go up a mountain and catch the sunset. One thing I do have to say though is that last night I didn't have any dreams, which was actually a common thing. A few other girls said that too. And it did take me a little while to get to sleep because I was a little worried about, a snake coming in or something. Just fearful thoughts. So I just decided that any little critter that comes into my room, I'm just gonna name it and have a conversation with them. Open conversation. Let's go.
What I was actually doing there was tricking my mind. See, I thought that if I looked at these little bugs as little tiny humans, just shaped as bugs, the fear would go away. And you know what? It kind of helped. Peru is the third largest country in South America, and the Amazon rainforest covers nearly half of it. And the people in Peru are actually mixed of many different cultures. This particular mountain is called Polish Mountain. I asked why, but didn't really get a straight answer.
April, did you get a hammock shot?
No, I haven't gotten a hammock
Get in
shot.
the hammock.
Hammock shot. Another thing that I noticed about Peru is there is a unnecessarily large amount of penises for sale there. I mean, wooden ones, metal ones, ashtrays, coffee cups. I asked about that too, and the answer I got was that somebody realized tourists like them, so now everybody sells them. I don't really know how true that is. Anyways, after we grabbed some fruit, we ended up heading back to the compound. But shortly after we got back, Rochelle got hit with some really sharp stomach pain, so she ran to her room. Then Ebony went to bed. So it was just me, Princess, and Chelsea in the dining hall with the security man's girlfriend.
So it's really late right now and it's time to go to bed, but we were just up all night because one of the young ladies that we met here didn't want to be alone while her boyfriend was out. It was getting really late and I was just kind of letting her know, like, hey, we've been waiting for a while and we tired. We have to get up early for a ceremony because we're having a daytime ceremony tomorrow. And as soon as I told her that, she started telling us that pickpocketers had entered the property and she could hear them. And that she was scared. And then it started freaking us girls out too because we're like, oh shit, like we don't feel safe. Then I caught on that she was just telling us that so that we stay longer until her boyfriend got back. There was nobody on the property because as soon as they got back, she didn't tell them that people were on the property that shouldn't be here. She just said, okay, send them to their cabins. Definitely duped us into staying up later. Alright, it's time to go to bed. This is night 2 in the Amazon. Definitely need to get used to sleeping out here. And tomorrow is a morning ceremony. We'll be doing it during the day. And yeah, we'll see how that goes.
So on the premises was the group I'm with, then there's cooks, security guards, and also 3 other people that were doing a dieta. This is ayahuasca, and to me it tastes like Jägermeister, like medicine. The people that were there doing the dieta were individually isolated for 2 weeks prior to us arriving. They couldn't speak to no one, look at no one, just in their rooms drinking some herbal tea. I can only imagine the shock to their system when we showed up.
So updates, we did not do the ceremony today because people have been getting the shits. And it's not because of the ayahuasca, it's just something that's going around apparently on the compound. And, you know, we have a few members of the team that have gotten it. I haven't yet, and another Chelsea hasn't gotten it yet, but we're both looking at each other like, shit. Are we witnessing what's to come? Should we be concerned? So far I've been okay. I haven't had the shits, but it's kind of like standing on land and knowing that a tsunami's coming, but there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah. And today we got to have fish. Finally, that was the first like meat protein that we got to have. Poor Ebony, they've been serving a lot of eggs, and let's just say she's allergic to them, so she hasn't been able to eat them. And if there isn't any beans, and the main source of protein's been eggs, it's kind of wearing on her too. So I'm just gonna head back to my tent or my cabin and take a nap and pray that I don't get the shits. Which is kind of ironic because this whole time I was just concerned about ayahuasca giving me the shits, but now it's possible 24-hour stomach flu that's giving it to everybody. And this is not the place that I want to have that happen. So I'm crossing the fingers that I get to be a part of the minority that, you know, that doesn't happen to. Praying to all of my guides and anybody out there that has my back, a part of my unseen team. Your girl does not want to go down with the shits. I can't emphasize that enough. But yeah, it's Sunday. Had 3 days down. 4 more days until takeoff. 5 more sleeps in the jungle.
At this point, I was pretty shook. I mean, my worst nightmare was just staring me right in the face. When I mean worst nightmare, I mean like this is something that I did not want to happen. I internally voiced it multiple times before I got on the plane, and now it seemed like it was inevitable. Next time on A.Patrice in real life girls trip.
And I just don't think it's responsible to go and drink ayahuasca. At this point, every single person's a little on edge, trying to stay positive. Can't lie, I've had my moments where I was about to flip out. Nah, I don't think I'm gonna do that.